Welcome back to Gomer Games Tips. This is Gomer. Alright, today we're going to talk about mass transit options. Trains is what we're going to talk about today. Now, on most maps, the trains, there's a few different options. See if we can find the train tracks here. Well, that didn't display it very often. But this map here, we have one running through here, going under the interstate. And then we have a spur coming off this direction, going parallel to the interstate all the way off the map this direction. And then it comes back over here, goes off the map over there. And then we have another one coming down this direction, going off the map on this side. So we got them all over the place on this map. Unfortunately, the only one that we have in our city right now is this area right here. So what we're going to do, this would not be very realistic as far as, especially if you're playing with money. But what we would do is we are going to build well, let's just go ahead and build the tracks, and then I'll work on repairing all this later. Click on trains. It works just like the bus. You have to place a train station before it'll allow you to create any routes, any train lines, or build any tracks. So you have to either place a cargo terminal train or a regular passenger line train station. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and figure out where we're going to place it first. And then we're going to have to run a line all the way across here, a bridge, and then another bridge. And then I'm going to place, I think I'm going to, we've got a small little commercial area going right here, so I think I'm going to extend this down right here. And just drop it right there in that area. And why not? We'll just connect that all the way down. And it's kind of ugly there, but that's okay. That'll work. So we'll take the train station and we'll put it. Let's see, we want to put it on this side or the other side. Put it on the other side. We can run it back. Yeah, we'll put it on this side here, just so that way if we want to extend the tracks, we can extend the tracks up and over the avenue there, and then behind these businesses here. Okay, now we place the station so it opens up the tracks. So you can go ahead and build the tracks here. Hit the page up button. I do a not very economically feasible on doing it this way, but we're kind of just playing around to show you what needs to be done. And then see if we're lining this up correctly. We are not. But that's okay, we can bring it out this way. Too far, because we do need to go up. That doesn't look too bad. Alright, and then where are we at? We're over here. Okay. And unlike roads, these curves need to be extremely gentle with an extreme arc, obviously because it's a train track. Okay, now by connecting this way, we can now receive inner city trains by clicking on the station. Allow inner city trains. It defaults on, so what it'll do, it will bring trains in from other cities, and you'll see that here. I'm going to let the game run for just a second here. It may be a while before we do that, so we may have to do some editing there. But it'll bring in some passengers. Now, to do a cargo line, I'm going to do a cargo line over here on this side because I'm going to set up a farm industry later on. So that's with Industry DLC, which we'll get to that here in a few videos. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase this tile. Which opens up this train track here. And place the cargo. I'm going to go ahead and place the cargo tracks right here. And again, just like road setup, your rail setup, I'll be honest, I'm not the best when it comes to rail. Just because I kind of just, to be honest, kind of throw it together and just put it on there and then fix it as I need to as it goes on. To connect that before we get to the end of the city here. There, like that. And then this side, normally if this was going off the map on this direction, you would want to connect it going the other direction, but this dead ends over here. It actually connects to a couple of old factories and stuff out here that came with the map. It was on the map. But so you could connect it from this side going the other direction. So that way you could get trains from outside the city on both sides. Now you can put this inside an industrial area, so instead of your trucks leaving your city with export goods or import goods coming in and out of your city, they can bring it in by train. You can do that. You can also set up, now this is kind of going to be kind of silly here, but you can set up a another train station. Set up another train station inside your city, another passenger line station. And then connect these two lines. Obviously you'd want to elevate these. Well, actually that goes through a tunnel. Let's do this. This will be kind of interesting. Run a tunnel through there. There we go. And then have it come up and connect to... Oh, we're going to destroy that building there. That's okay. We'll get rid of that. There we go. Showed another way of doing it. Now this is obviously kind of messy, but I'm just doing it for sake of the video here. But then once you have two passenger stations within your city, or two cargo stations, because you could run cargo from one to the other also. So if you have one station that's like located, a cargo station like located like close to your downtown, so close to your commercial industry, or excuse me, close to your commercial districts, you could run a train line out to the outskirts of your industry district, and it will transport goods from your industry district to your commercial districts. That way, only local trucks have to deliver the product, and they don't have to truck it all the way from the industry. So that works too. But passenger lines work just kind of like a bus line, but to me, they're not as useful in short distances. They're designed for, like, if you had a city here on the map and then maybe a city over here on the map, transporting people between the two of them. That's mainly, it's not really designed for areas within your city. It's more transporting from one city to another, even though technically in the game it's all one city. But click on that. Now these will run back and forth, and we'll turn that game on here real fast. You should see trains appear here. Alright, as you can see, trains are moving back and forth between stations there, and like I said, I wouldn't use them in a situation like this. I wouldn't put two stations right close together. It wouldn't be cost effective, number one, and they're also designed to hold a substantial amount of people. I think each train here, 240 people, versus buses hold 30. So even though some bus stops, like this bus stop may have 100 some people waiting for it there, but it's not really cost effective to have a train line. Not to mention it takes up a lot of real estate to have train stations and everything. Even if you run the lines underground, like a metro, which we'll get to the metro here in a different video, which will be coming up here very shortly. We'll probably do that the next one. And you have a below ground metro, which would work also. But the trains are mainly designed to run from great distances from one part of the map to the other. This is Gomer Games. I'm Gomer. I was just running over the train system in the city. There really there hasn't been any updates on that. Just to go through the normal pattern here, there really hasn't been any updates as far as the DLCs or anything. There's tons of workshop stations that you can download, and there's a few track modifications that kind of improve the quality of the tracks and stuff like that out there. But as far as DLCs, there really hasn't been any change since the vanilla game. And then I think there is some additional cargo terminals out there too that you can download. This is Gomer. Hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments, feel free to leave those. Hit that like button, and I help out the video and the channel. And we'll see you next time.